So, hello, secret code name Avalanche, and welcome to the full moon in Gemini mirror analysis readings. These readings are intended to help you understand where your perspective may be a little short-sighted, or a better way of saying it might be low-sighted, right? That your perspective is in a vibration that is lower than the reality you wish to manifest. Okay, so this reading is to help you understand where you may be getting stuck with the perspective that you're in, so that you can recognize it and start to make progress, okay, and move forward on your path. You have presented yourself as the foolish man, or the fool card in this reading. The Six of Swords is below you. The Justice card is above you. The Two of Pentacles is the card or the perspective that is essentially holding you back or keeping you stuck. And the Four of Swords is the first step that Spirit is giving you in moving forward. Okay, with the guidance of card number 20, Spirit Owl of 852 Hertz from the White Light Oracle deck. Okay, so what does this mean? Presenting as the Fool in the reading, you see things that others don't. Okay? You see their soul scars and understand soul scars better than they do. Your inherent desire, once you see it, is to try and help them see past it, right? That they would not be stuck in their soul scars, but that you would be able to help them reach their potential, right? That you would try and help their ideal self be the reality, okay, of who they are. It's a gift and a curse, right? It's a gift and a curse. You being able to see the ideal in someone, the potential in someone, and wanting to bring it forward is something that you have done for a really long time. And I think a part of you understands, especially with the Six of Swords underneath and the Justice above, that your time doing that's done. Because you yourself become a fixer-upper in the attempt to salvage other fixer-uppers. If you were to continue in the pursuit of fixing other people, you yourself become worn and damaged. It's not that the facet of you that wants to help others is not beautiful. It's just that your time doing it is over now. You don't have the same purpose that you used to. The Four of Swords, the guidance that Spirit is giving you as a step forward, is to take a mental break. To take a break from saving. Or you're going to put yourself in a position where you constantly need to be saved too. And you do not want to end up being one of the people you try saving who has this vast potential to be great and can't see it. You know it's time. You can feel it. You know it's time to start moving forward with your own potential. To apply the higher perspective that you have seen and used for others to yourself. That you would look back at all the advice you've given others over the years and recognize the reality that you have to take it now. The Justice card, the daughter of the Lord of Truth in the Hermetic Tarot, shows essentially Astrea, the goddess Astrea, holding the scales of justice, sword in hand, and on one side of the scales is Venus with Yang underneath, and on the other side is Saturn with Yin underneath. You have given and created a loving energetic ripple, but in order to stay balanced, you must also divinely receive, as per karmic order, the same loving actions. You can't keep being dealt karma. Because if people aren't ready, things fall apart. The snow starts to shift and fall off the face of the mountain, creating nothing but destruction in its wake. How many times have you invested in the potential of someone and had everything fall apart and cause nothing but destruction? Because you yourself were not ready to save yourself. You needed to save you as much as you felt the need, desire, or pull to save someone else. When people are ready to accept what is best for them, they move forward. You are now in that position. You have to accept that you're ready to move forward. Away from the savior, away from the martyr archetypal complexes. No matter how much you see the soul scar and the beauty behind it in others, it is not your job to bring it to their attention anymore. It is not your job anymore. Because you will continue to experience the avalanche if you do. At some point, you got to ask yourself, have I experienced enough destruction? Have others failed to reach their potential enough times that I will simply focus on my own and invest in people who do not need saving? Invest in people who have already recognized their soul scars and brought themselves to balance instead, because that's the resonation I want to carry. That I would surround myself with people who legit have their lives and their shit together and know who they are without question. Good, bad, or indifferent, in my opinion, doesn't matter. It's about emanating the energy that you know who you are and what your purpose is beyond suffering. That you could let that old reality go because it's not ideal. That you would allow yourself to take a break from that. That you could see someone who hasn't reached their potential and choose not to get deeply involved or walk along that ground knowing it could slide out from underneath of you at any time. To see it as a warning instead of a call or a beckoning to help them. It's a warning. The gift is that you can see in advance When someone has not reached their potential within themselves, that you could see in advance that it's only going to fall apart if you invest there. It's happened every time. Next time you see someone's potential, instead of feeling the urge or desire to help them, recognize that is spirit letting you know that is not where you tread now. Stay out of that path. At some point, it's going to fall and cause destruction. It's about looking at it from a different perspective. That spirit would give you that gift so that you don't get clobbered by someone else who is locked in their own ice and snow. The guidance card. Spirit Owl of 852 Hertz, card number 20, says, recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose is in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for new ways of thinking, living, and seeing to emerge. You are encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in higher frequency states. You shall soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and higher understanding. Spirit Owl is the wisdom bearer, the one who perceives the intended meaning underlying words and the truth behind appearances. Even in darkness, Spirit Owl senses subtle movements with accuracy. The heightened senses of Spirit Owl are akin to the supernatural perception of the higher self. Your higher self sees through illusion and with compassion. It astutely recognizes the agendas of the ego and tunes into the empowering energies of the universe to find a constructive way to express its loving purpose. Spirit Owl enhances your connection to your higher self, guiding you beneath the compelling nature of appearances where a vastly different and spiritually empowering perspective is available to you. From such a heightened awareness, you can accurately intuit the complex drives at work in yourself and others. This makes it easier to have compassion while outwitting negativity and make decisions that are helpful and healing rather than adding to the confusion or disorder. When Spirit Owl appears in a reading, a mystery is soon to be solved, and the ensuing clarity will bring relief and spiritual reward. As Spirit Owl is a message bearer, this oracle is also a positive omen for your future, a sign that a seemingly impossible or impenetrable situation is unraveling. 852 Hertz is the frequency of higher self connection, which favors the clearing of the mind and an awakening of genuine insight and higher understanding. The frequency of 852 Hertz opens one to perceive light and communicate with the realms of higher light beings. With such clarity of mind, it is easy to recognize lower level beings who do not operate from unconditional love and pure wisdom. There is no attraction to such beings, but a compassionate attitude toward them. What attracts the soul at this high frequency is pure light of wisdom, grace, and spiritual liberation to which the soul is drawn for nourishment and restoration. When we are thirsty, we do not reach for an empty glass. We reach for one that is full. Seek nourishment that can truly offer what you need. There is no sense in seeking something another cannot provide you because of their spiritual limitations. You can only find it from those who are able to give it. Keep this in mind as you awaken the inner eye of wisdom, Seek the purest love to nurture your heart and share it freely. 852 Hertz is a love-enhancing, freedom-generating frequency of the visionary. The third eye of the soul is the awakened inner eye, which sees things as they are without fear, because there is knowledge that all healing is possible. We are ready for such vision when our hearts are ready to be free. Then we are prepared to stop fantasizing and start creating and act with more wisdom because we have more clarity. The Oracle of Spirit Owl of 852 Hertz reconnects you to your authentic soul path and higher purpose. It is a sign that your mind is tuning in to something true. It augurs clear seeing and higher understanding. You will be freed from a struggle and set on a creative, empowering, and effective path of manifestation. This is a blessing of creative psychological fire. Trust that the more you let go, the more you will experience renewal and stunning spiritual rebirth. The past is truly over, and a new era is dawning from within you. It's almost like approaching the mountain, right? When someone's a mountain covered in snow and it's wildly unstable, but you can see this strength inside the mountain. And being the owl that sits on a tree, allowing your presence to be there for the mountain until you feel those minute, infinitesimally small vibrations through the tree, and you know it's time to take off. You know it's time to go because you can feel the mountains shake, its reverberation before the snow releases into the avalanche. You can only help someone so much before you have overstayed your welcome and experienced the fallout. You can only guide someone and be present for so long before you know intuitively it is time to go. Because if you continue to stick around, you're going to suffer. You're going to get caught up in it. You can't stick around so long as the owl on the branch, that despite the fact that you feel the reverberations, you stay. And despite the fact that you see the snow starting to go, you stay. And despite the fact that the snow is rushing towards you at 100 miles per hour, ready to take you out, not fly off that branch, and stay. You are not a fool. You present as the fool, but you are not a fool. You see clearly. You just have to master when it's time to let go and or not get involved to begin with, because Spirit knows what it's doing and it has a plan for everybody's healing. A plan much greater and more divinely brilliant than any plan or thought your mind can conceive. You don't have to heal them. You don't have to stick around through the avalanche. Spirit can handle it. You just got to handle you. Surround yourself with people who know who they are and don't waste their time. Surround yourself with solution-oriented, proactive people, not problem-oriented, woe is me mindset, but solution mindset, progress mindset, growth mindset, a determined mindset, an accomplishing mindset. Surround yourself with them. I hope this helps. This is the last moon event for the 2021 year. I hope it has served you well, and I very much look forward to reading for you next year. My love and support is with you always. Take care.